Hello there, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited today because we're playing with new makeup. I have a few things that I want to try and I thought we'd do it together. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I have lots of new makeup today that I'm so excited to try. First off, I have the Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation. I actually have had this for a few months, never tried it. So excited to give this one a whirl because I've heard so many wonderful things. I also have a new blush from Makeup by Mario. This is one of his powder blushes. I don't know if he has cream blushes or not. His powdered highlighter, which I love and I'll be using today, is one of my favorites. This blush is called Poppy and I'm so excited to give it a whirl because of that color. I don't have anything else in my makeup collection like this, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this looks on my more mature skin. I have a brow pencil from L'Oreal. This is a micro ink pen. You know, I'm a little nervous about trying this because I haven't done these type of pens before where you actually draw in the hairs. I've seen so many people do it and their brows look so fabulous. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. This is in the color blonde and it's the micro ink pen brow stylist. 48 hours. Trust me, I'm not gonna be wearing it that long. I'm going to be trying out the new highly rated anti-gravity mascara from Milani. It's got lots of claims on the package. I'll read those off when we get to this step. And I have one of the beautiful lipsticks from the Milani Flora collection. This is in the color Petal. But before we hop into the makeup, I have some exciting news. This one is really good and it's such a great bargain. City Beauty is having their 20th anniversary sale and it starts today and it's 40% off everything on the website. This is such a good sale. I'm excited to share with you what my favorites are and why I like them, what I think they've done for my skin. City Beauty is sponsoring this portion of the video and I'm really grateful about that because I love their products and there's a few I'm going to be sharing that are absolute everyday staples for me. You guys know that the Invisicrepe Body Balm is an absolute every evening part of my skincare routine. This has done tremendous things for my neck. When they first sent this to me, I just kind of eye rolled and I thought, oh, I don't know. And I set it aside. And then a few weeks later, I thought, you know what? I'm going to try that on my neck. Well, I did. And 30 days later, and I took pictures. I'll go ahead and throw it up so you can see it. There was a tremendous difference in my neck. I was so surprised because I didn't think any cream could do anything for my neck. Now, clearly, my neck doesn't look like a 40-year-old, but it looks a lot better than it used to. This stuff has really been the ticket for me. It's super easy to use. It comes in this huge tub. One of these tubs must last me, gosh, at least a couple of months. And what I'll do is in the evening at the end of my skincare, so I've done everything else, I'll go ahead and take 2 fingers, dip it into here, get about a quarter size, and then I just rub that all over my neck and kind of up to the bottom of my chin. It does a wonderful job of keeping my neck skin looking a little less creepy and crepey, and you know what happens to our necks as we get a little bit older. So this is an absolute must staple in my beauty routine. The next one, and this is a recent favorite, and again, they sent it to me, I set it aside. It wasn't until I saw Tati, you know Tati, she has a beauty channel here on YouTube. She has about a bazillion subscribers. She talked about this and how much it did for her lids, and I thought, well, you know what? I've got it. I never tried it. So I went ahead and pulled it out, and I absolutely have fallen in love with it. This really does tighten up the skin on my lids, but I found the same thing with this as with the Invisicrepe Body Balm. I've got a little tape here. This is a new tube. Is that you need to use it fairly regularly. And what I used to do is I used to keep this on my makeup table and I would put it on before I put on my makeup. But what I found out and realized, is that I don't do my makeup every day. And so I think that this kind of product really does its best work when you use it on a regular basis. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and moved it to my skincare in my bathroom. I no longer keep it on my makeup table because I don't wear makeup every day, so I was missing a lot of days of using it. And let me show you something. This is a new tube that I opened up right here because this is prettier. Let me show you the real tube I have going. This is my real tube, and I'll tell you why it's in this little baggie. You guys are gonna crack up. You know, cheap could be my middle name. I prefer frugal, really. My tube is almost empty, and I was having such a hard time squeezing out the little bits of it, so I cut the end off. And look at all the product that's still left in there. So I have a ton of days left in this tube. It was getting really hard to squeeze it, so I just cut the end off and I put it in this little baggie. But don't tell anybody because this is not very classy, I don't think. The next product that is an absolute staple in my routine, hands down, if you haven't tried this, I would really recommend it. It's the City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss. This is in the color Clear. I have these everywhere, on my makeup table, on the basket in my couch, in my car, in my bathroom, everywhere. This is my favorite lip gloss. Not only is it a great lip gloss, it's really thick, it stays on, but it really does plump my lips. Now, clearly, it doesn't plump it up like it does for the 30 and 40-year-olds. I don't know why. Maybe it's the amount of collagen we have. You know, we have a lot less collagen now than we did when we were younger, but I love this on my lips. And you know, if you watch my channel, that I put this on when I'm starting my makeup routine every time because it gives my lips a chance to kind of fluff up and get a little bit prettier as I'm putting my makeup on. They did just have their BOGO sale, buy one, get one, on all the City Lips products. That's over, but the 40% off, that is the next best thing. So if you haven't tried it, you've been thinking about it, this is a good time to pick these up. You might want to get a couple because you're going to fall in love with it. City Beauty has a ton of products on their website. I have not tried most of them. Truly, I only have one body and one face. It just takes me a while. But I did want to point out a couple of other products that I use from time to time. I love them. It's just me that I choose to use them from time to time just because. The first one is the Multi-Action Sculpting Cream. What I use this for, and again, it's a cream in a tub, is on my face when I want my face to look really, really good because it seems to just snap my skin into place. Just makes my skin look a little bit firmer and a little bit tighter. Now, it's not going to be like you got a facelift. That's not what it does. It just makes everything look a little more snapped into place. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. I use this when I want my skin to look really good. A tip about this is that if you're going to pick it up and use it on your face, use a very thin layer. I have found when I kind of, put a lot on, it does pill up under my makeup, and that's not what I'm going for. So a very thin layer and then let it dry down before you start putting your makeup on. I think you're going to be really pleased with how your skin looks. And then the last product I want to shout out is their masks. Have you ever used the masks from City Beauty? These are really good. I mean, really good. And I don't know why I don't use masks more than I do. I always enjoy it. My skin always looks fabulous when I'm done. I just don't think about it. I guess I kind of categorize masks as something you do at the end of the evening, and by the end of the evening, I'm just whooped. So I don't do it as much as I wish I did. These masks are really, really good. Not only does my skin look so beautiful and plump and hydrated when I'm done, but the mask itself, the fabric that the products are actually adhered to, are so nice and they fit really good. So if you like masks, you might want to check these out. These are really good ones. If you're interested in trying the City Beauty products, go on over and check out their website. This is their 20th anniversary sale. Everything on their website is 40% off, which is such a bargain. It starts today and it goes for a full week until the 31st, so you have a little bit of time. But I want to give you a warning. City Beauty does sell out. It's so very popular. I know with the BOGO sale for the lipsticks, a lot of the colors sold out right away. So if there's something that you're interested in picking up, you might want to go check it out earlier as opposed to later, just in case they sell out. I will have the code listed down below and a link to the website, so it should be super easy for you to find. We're going to hop right into the makeup now, and as always, all products that I use and mention today will be listed and linked below, so super easy for you to find. And with that, let's hop into it. I'm trying a new foundation today, so I'm going to use a primer that I'm fairly familiar with. This is the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. I like this primer. It's super expensive. It's like $53. I like it. I don't know that I like it $53 worth, but I'm definitely going to use it up while I have it. It puts a really nice finish on the skin. Very, very silky, as the name states. Hydrating, just feels lovely. For eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Love this so much. When I first got it, I wasn't really sure about it. The reason is because it is super, super opaque and it really spreads. Look at that tiny little dot. That's going to be more than enough for both of my lids. So what I do is I just pat it on, and it takes a little while to spread it out because it just is one of those things that really covers a lot of territory. I usually like to go ahead and tap this in and then let it dry down while I do my eyebrows so that it's really set down for my eyeshadow. Okay, we're gonna hop into the micro ink pen. I don't know how this is gonna go, you guys. I'm not sure that I have the skills to use this correctly. Okay, so here's what the pen looks like. It feels like super, super light. So it has this little tip on it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's sort of cut out so it has little teeth. It feels almost like sort of rubbery. Interesting. I do like the color. Let me show you the color right here. Can you see that? It's pretty light, but it's a nice blonde color. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to start in at the base of my brow, which is what I always do, and just start roughing things in. I actually have a good amount of brow hairs, so I'm not sure that those little strokes are going to show up. Okay, so now I'm going to start filling in the brow here. Do you use a micro pen like this? If you do, put it down in the comments below. Maybe you can give me some tips. So that's the brow that I filled in. Does it look different than this brow? I'm not sure. Okay, that's both brows filled in. I don't know what to say about this. I'm wondering if this is for people that don't have a lot of brow hairs. I actually have a lot of brow hairs, so it's kind of struggling to get in between the hairs and lay down any color. I do like the color. I'm going to continue to work with this because clearly I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll keep at it and I'll give you a full report in a couple of weeks. For the eyeshadow today, I want to go very soft and very neutral because I've got a pretty dramatic lip happening a little bit later. I went ahead and pulled out the I Love Bloom palette. This is from the Sephora collection. This is a beautiful neutral palette. These little palettes are really a great value. The shadows are nice, the colorways are just beautiful, and the formula is very, very workable. So I'm going to put together a soft eye look today because we've got a lip that's a little bit dramatic. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. This is the Angie 503 brush from BK Beauty, and I'm going to dip it into this cream shade right here. That's going to go over both lids from top to bottom. I just want to lay down a nice, soft, light base for the eyeshadow to come. Now I'm going to take the BK Beauty. This is the 202 brush, and I'm going to dip it into this very soft, cool, neutral shade right here and get a little bit on my brush. That's going to go in the transition area right above my natural crease. Just want to start developing a little bit of depth in that area and kind of sending that hooded area back into space by making it a little bit darker. And you can see with even that very soft neutral color, it really has created some depth in that area. Now I'm going to go back in with that big fluffy brush and just blend those edges out. Now I'm going to take that same 202 brush and I'm going to dip it into this sort of dusty pink right here. That's going to go in the crease and on the outside corner of my movable lid. Just want to build up a little bit of depth in the crease area and towards that outside corner. If you're confused about doing eyeshadow on mature lids, I did a whole tutorial on exactly how I do eyeshadow on my lids and why I do what I do. If you haven't seen it and you feel like you could use a few tips, I'll go ahead and list it up here and you can take a look at it. Now I'm going to go back in with that big fluffy brush and just blend that out. Blend everything just really smooth and subtle and soft on my eyelids. Now I'm going to take my finger and dip it into this color right here. It might be considered a shimmer, but I think of it more of a satin. It's really just a very subtle cream color with a little bit of shimmer finish to it. Now I'm going to take a little pencil brush and I'm going to dip it into this cool kind of gray brown right here. That's going to go right along the lash line on the outside third of my movable lid and just a little bit on that outside corner to really define and deepen that area. So right along the lash line and then in that outside corner, and I'm just going to work it in that area, give it a nice soft edge, and then back in with that fluffy brush and just really soften up those edges. So that's it for the eyes. Now let's go ahead and jump into the complexion. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. So many people absolutely love this. I'm excited to give it a try. I would love to add another Holy Grail foundation to my favorite foundation collection. I picked it up in the color 10N. We'll see how that works out today. It comes in a nice little pump. This is almost 1 fluid ounce, so it's 0.84 fluid ounces. And I'm going to start right here with a little bit on the back of my hand, 2 pumps. And guess what, you guys? I have a new sponge. This is the Stands Out sponge, and I'm testing it and trying it. This is the second time I'm using it. I'm starting to form my opinions, and we're going to use it today. So I'm just going to dot this over my face with a color Looks a little interesting, huh? And I sure don't need 2 pumps, that's for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and start working that over my skin. This is my BK Beauty. This is the 101 brush. It's the foundation brush that has the angled bristles on it. It's really nice. My skin is probably looking a little bit red because it's warm in here. Truly, it's spring now and it has been 70 degrees in my area all week long. It is so very beautiful, but it certainly does make my studio kind of warm. I can't turn on the air conditioner yet, it's March. Okay, I pretty much worked that around my face. It feels light, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels pretty much like a normal foundation. It doesn't have any particular real hydrating qualities or anything like that. It doesn't feel heavy, which I like. So I'm going to go ahead and just start pressing it in with my sponge. This sponge is so weird. It's like a memory foam mattress. It really is. It's so squishy. It's really an interesting sponge. I know a lot of people really love this sponge. I wonder if I'm going to fall in love with it too. The color has turned out to be pretty good for me. I think it's just about right. I know my skin was really red when I started. You can see my ears. It's from it being warmer in here. I'm not sure that this sponge is working with this foundation. I'm going to go wet my Sigma sponge. I'll be right back. Okay, I think this Sigma sponge is doing better with this foundation. It seems like the Stands Out sponge was lifting it up as I was trying to push it into my skin, so that wasn't working out too well. This particular foundation looks to be more of a matte finish. I kind of prefer a little bit more of a dewy, glowy finish, so I'm not sure that this is the finish that is perfect for me. It does look nice on the skin. It has filled in my pores a little bit with the polka dot pores thing, so I can't say that right out of the gate I'm loving this because it's not as flattering on my skin as a lot of the foundations that I'm in love with lately. So I'm going to kind of let it settle down a little bit. I might add a little bit later in the makeup routine depending on how it sort of melts into my skin. Oh, but you know what? I forgot my under eye primer. What am I thinking? This is my Beauty Pie under eye corrector. Love this stuff. You guys know that. A little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to put that right underneath my eyes. I love what this does for my under eyes. It really is such a great product. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my favorite concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, the creamy concealer. I love this. It's just so much fun to work with because it just does a good job. And just a couple of dots underneath my eyes. This is my BK Beauty 205 brush. I love to work it in with this brush first and then tap it out with my sponge. And it always looks like there's just way too much product, but once you start tapping it out with your sponge, it just looks so very good. Just blends right in. I'm going to shake this up because there's a few spots on my face that I want to add a little bit more product to. Maybe it was because I didn't shake it up. Just going to get a little bit on my sponge and fill in a few areas that need it. One thing I can say is the foundation is settling in my skin really nicely. It does look very, very skin-like, so that's a big plus. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the color Sunkissed. This is one of my favorite bronzers. It is really so good and so reliable and so very easy. It just always works well. I'm going to load up my e.l.f. tapered brush and just start building up a little bit of color around my face. Isn't that just the prettiest color? This is so perfect in the summer when you want a really light makeup look and you just want a little bit of bronze glow on your skin. Really so very pretty. I'm so excited about this blush today. This is from Makeup by Mario. I have one of his highlighters. I'm going to be using that next. I love it. He has just nailed the powder products because when you put them on your skin, it doesn't look like powder. It just soaks into the skin and looks so pretty. I picked this up in the color Poppy. Isn't that just an incredible color? I'm going to get a little bit on my brush, tap it off, and start adding that to my cheeks. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Just the most beautiful blush of pink. His products look so good on the skin. He really does a beautiful job. So I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and just blend that in. His products are amazing. I'll tell you what, I tried now the highlighter and this blush. It is so very pretty. It looks so natural on the skin. Just beautiful. I'm going to pick up some more colors in this blush line because I think that they're all going to be pretty good. Now I'm going to dip into the Makeup by Mario highlighter. This is in the color Pearl. I love this highlighter. Just love it. It looks so pretty on the skin. It just melts in. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, Love it. Big fluffy brush and just blend that in. So pretty. Just love that. I'm going to hop off now and curl my lashes and tightline, and then we'll come back and try the new Milani mascara next. I'm going to start out with the L'Oreal Voluminous Eyelash Primer. I love this stuff. I've tried, I think, 1 or 2 high-end eyelash primers. Don't like them nearly as much as this one. It might be the price too that really kind of colors my decision, because the ones that I tried that were higher end, they didn't do anything different or better. So what's the point? This is a drugstore price, and it really does make a difference in the length and volume of my lashes. So I just try to make sure that I have it all the way from the base to the tips of my lashes. This is the new Milani highly rated anti-gravity mascara. They say it doesn't clump. I don't know about that. And that it really does lengthen your lashes, and that it's very highly rated. Hence the name. So we'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. It is a pretty packaging, and it's a little bit bigger than other mascaras. I love the Milani line. There are so many things in the Milani line that are absolutely my favorites. I haven't found a mascara from them yet that I'm really a fan of. We'll see how this one works out today. It does have kind of a little hour-shaped wand here, and it looks to be rubber bristles. I like rubber bristles. I know a lot of people don't like rubber bristles. So if you don't, this might not be for you. So let's go ahead and add some mascara to one eye and see what it can do for us. Here's one coat of the mascara. You can see right here. No mascara on this side. It does seem to lengthen. I don't know that it really volumizes. It did clump a little bit. All mascaras seem to clump a little bit, at least the ones that I like. So far so good. So here's 2 coats on both lashes. I can say that the length is really very impressive. It doesn't seem to volumize very much. And what I can say about putting the second coat on is that my lashes started to clump up and stick together. So it might be the kind of mascara that you need to go through with eyelash comb after you're done and kind of separate out your lashes. But I think it's a good offering from Milani. I can't say right now it's my favorite. Okay, we're gonna hop into lips now, and we're gonna be using one of my favorite line of lipsticks. It's the Milani Matte Collection in the new Petal Collection. I just love this line of lipsticks. For the lips today, I'm gonna be using the NYX pencil in the color Con. This is the color Petal in the Milani lipsticks, and you can see them right here. This is the lip liner, this is the lipstick. These lipsticks feel so good when they're going on, and they really do stay nicely. I just love them. Here we have the lipstick, and here we have the finished look. Oh my gosh, that was just a fun makeup look. It always just tickles me to try new products because you never know what you're gonna get. The L'Oreal Micro Ink Brow Pen. I don't know, you guys, I don't know that I'm a candidate for this type of product because I have a lot of eyebrow hairs. I think it had a difficult time getting in between my hairs. There's no way I could really draw in specific individual hairs with the amount of hairs that I have on my eyebrows. I think if you have sparse eyebrows and you want to fill in and make it look like you have more hairs, this might be something you could try out. I can say that I really do like the color. So for me, probably not a good fit, but it might be a perfect product for someone looking to fill their brows in. The Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation, you know, I was so excited to try this one, and unfortunately I can't say that out of the gate I'm really excited about it. It looks okay on my skin. It doesn't make my skin look great. I prefer a little bit more of a dewy, moisturized look with my foundation. This definitely doesn't give that. This really gives more of a matte foundation look. It did kind of collect in my little nooks and crannies in my pores a little bit, you know, that kind of polka dot pore thing. It's light, it's comfortable. I can say it's not a bad foundation. I can't say that for me, for my skin, which is normal, mature skin, that it works that well. I will continue to use it. I'll give you my full report in a couple of weeks. An absolute standout favorite from today is this blush from Makeup by Mario. I am such a fan of his product line, at least the ones I've tried. His powder products are just gorgeous. And this color, Poppy, look at how pretty that looks on the cheeks. It gives that really fresh, bright pink look without looking heavy. It's almost translucent or transparent on the skin. It's just so very pretty. Big hit with me. I'm going to pick up some more of these blushes because I love this formula so much. And of course, you guys know that the Pearl Highlighter from Makeup by Mario is one of my favorites. I think this is a 1-2 awesome combination. The Stands Out sponge, I'm still on the fence about this. I think there's things I like about it, things I don't like about it. One thing that was curious to me is that when I was trying to press in my foundation, which I do a lot with my sponge, it seemed to lift the foundation up off my skin, which is not what I'm going for. When I used my Sigma sponge, you guys know I have a mad crush on this little guy, it didn't pick up my foundation like this one does. So maybe I'm not using this correctly. If you have one of these sponges and you have some tips for me, put it down in the comments below. I'd love to learn from you. And the Petal lipstick from Milani. I love this line of lipsticks. They just did everything right. Not only is the formula gorgeous and comfortable and beautiful, but the color line is just spectacular. And the packaging is so very cute. I don't know who designed this, but they did an excellent job. This really does look like a very luxurious lipstick packaging. Well, that's the makeup look for today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you found it fun, useful, and helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure to take a look at the 20th anniversary sale from City Beauty. If you've been thinking about trying their products, this is a great time to save a lot of money. I'll have the discount code and the link down below, so super easy for you to get on over there and take a look. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You guys know I get so tickled when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.